Hello, my name is Juz and I'm from St Peter's Church. I hope you enjoyed that story about Jesus calming the storm. It's one of my favourite stories about Jesus, and I will tell you why. Jesus had had a very busy day and he was very tired, and he got into the boat and he had a nap. And like most grown-ups, I love a nap. And I love that Jesus set us the example to rest when we have been busy and tired. So that's one of the reasons I always enjoy that story. But I also enjoy the fact that it reminds us that Jesus was in heaven with God when everything in the world was created. And Jesus was Lord of creation when he made it, and he was still Lord of creation when he was on that boat. The wind and the waves recognised him as their maker and their Lord, and they just obeyed him immediately. What a great story about how powerful Jesus is. Now, I have got some activity suggestions for you to help you to continue to think about the story. Now, when we continue to think about a story, it really gives God a chance to continue to speak to us. When we hear a story, we might think, wow, that's amazing. But when we have time to continue thinking, maybe God wants to tell us something else about the story, or wants us to learn something else about him. So I've got some activities that you can do that will keep your hands busy, but hopefully keep your hearts open for God to continue to talk to you. Now, the first activity I'm going to suggest is that you make a paper boat. I'm sure you all know how to make paper boats, but I am going to show you just in case. Here's my blue paper. You fold it in half, you fold down the two flaps and the bottom flaps up, and then you've got a hat. Then you pull it sideways and you fold the flaps up this way, and then you turn it sideways, pull it down, and there is your boat. Now, if you've got lots of coloured paper, you can make lots of different colour boats. And I've written my name on this. You could make one for every member of your family. And then, why don't you try sailing your boats? Maybe just a little bit of water, a couple of centimetres in the bath, or if you've got a bowl or a tray, you could put a little bit of water on. And sail your boats and see how they go. They won't last on the water very long time because they're paper, but then you can gently tap the water with your fingers and begin to make waves. And you can keep tapping and tapping and tapping until you make really big waves and your boats are in a storm just like Jesus and his friends were. Then why don't you have a go and see if you can stop the water from being in waves? I bet you can't. It's very hard. You have to leave water for quite a long time to calm down. But while you're watching it calm, that will remind you how powerful Jesus was, that the wind and the waves obeyed him immediately and calmed immediately. Now, you might also want to make a picture of the boat on the water. So I have got some blue paper, so it looks like water. And what I've used, I had in my house lots of foil. So I used some foil to make the water. And you can kind of pinch it into waves in the shapes that you want. Foil's quite good like that. I've stuck it down here and here, but I haven't stuck it in the middle. Because what I did is I made a little boat and put it on a lolly stick, or a piece of card will be fine. And then I'm going to put it behind the foil like this so that I can recreate the story. I can say, here's the boat nice and calm, and then I can make the storm come. And then I can calm it again. And you could draw people in the boat, you could do clouds in the sky. You can make it a lot better than this one, I'm sure. But that's one idea for you to make a little action scene so you can tell the story again. Or you might want to cut out some wave shapes out of paper. And again, you could stick that onto a blue piece of paper to make it look like sea. And then again, you can put your boat behind it and make it look like it's sailing on the water. Maybe you just want to draw your own picture of the boat on the sea. Maybe if you're very good at Lego, you could make a boat with some people in it and make a scene with Lego. Or maybe Play-Doh, if you have Play-Doh at home, you could make the sea and make a little boat to go on it. Have a think about how you want to recreate the story, and remember to keep your heart open to listen to what God says while you are recreating the story. It will give you a chance to think and continue listening to God. Whatever you choose to do, I hope that you enjoy it. But next, we are going to sing a song that we've been learning at St. Peter's Kids Church. It's a great one for jumping and dancing around. It's called Shine. I hope that you enjoy it too.